Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm the Radio Man 03, and it is truly awesome to have you along. First and foremost, welcome to all the new subscribers that have come on board, and thank you so much for all the amazing comments left after the last episode. I am currently headed off to the ice mountain to go get some more ice because I am filling our cargo ship. We'll look at the cargo ship when we get back there. A lot of great tips on thrusters, whether they're atmospheric or the hydrogen thrusters, adding some extra small batteries perhaps, and I did a couple of those, adding the smaller hydrogen tanks. We got that taken care of, and right now I'm just pumping it full of ice so that we can take a shot and go into space today and hopefully get a little something set up on our asteroid up there. Now, the other thing I'm going to do to the ship before we take off is put in the things we need. There were some recommendations as to what I should make sure I take up with me into space to begin the asteroid base. So I want to put those things on the cargo ship, and then we're going to go ahead and try to launch and see if we can make it out of the, the planet's gravity. If we can, and we can get up to the asteroid, fantastic. If it's too heavy and we can't, I'll bring it back down, hopefully in one piece, and we will, do what we have to do to make the ship ready for, another attempt. But that's the goal of today. Hopefully we get to the asteroid, and I can go ahead and start up just a small base with, I'm looking for like a solar panel. We've got the survival kit is attached to the ship. We need a basic refinery, a basic assembler. A battery would be nice, but not necessarily necessary to begin with. And then at least one solar panel just to get some power up there. And we'll make sure, of course, we put that on the light side of the asteroid so we get plenty of power from that. And then we'll go from there. And it's been a really great learning experience on playing Space Engineers. I know a lot of you people have said that there's, it's a big learning gap, and it really is. It's a major learning curve, I should say. So it's been a lot of fun doing it. I've enjoyed making the ships. I enjoyed making our iron mining base, and I'm really excited about getting started on something that's going to be, an asteroid base. That would be really cool. One of you several episodes back talked about how you just build like a space station out in space, just sitting there. That sounds awesome as well. So, but I do love having myself an asteroid to be on, so I can, we'll get some. I've never been on an asteroid in Space Engineers. I've only been to space once in Space Engineers. So, yeah, there's all kinds of awesome stuff that needs to be explored here. So, anyways, I'll come back. I'm going to go down here, get some of this here snowy ice, and then I'll be back, and we'll see if the ship is filled up. Right now, it is sucking all the ice out of the base in order to get, the hydrogen tanks and everything else filled on our cargo ship. So, I'll be back as soon as I get a little bit more of this taken care of. What I've been doing is when I come out to get the ice, I go ahead and fill everything on the ship except for the drills. Once the drills start to take on weight, I tend to back off, and then it's got me pretty heavy, but I can make my way back to base, and I keep myself at a much lower altitude, of course, so that, since the ship is heavier with the ice in it, I don't start to sink and lose my, my thrust. So that was a good lesson to learn, but you can see I've got a little bit coming in here. Just kind of watching the drills at the moment. The planet miner connectors filling up at the moment. The cargo container is full. And so the drills should start to fill up here pretty quick too. And then I'll know that it's time for me to head back to home and get this stuff dropped off. I just have to say, the sounds in the cockpit are awesome. I love this first-person view with the sound of the ship that it has. Just really well done. Very fun. Almost back to base. Drop off the ice. We'll see what the ship picks up, and then we'll put a little extra in it, and then we're gonna go ahead and put the pieces and parts in that we need for a few things that we're gonna need once we get to our asteroid base. So I will be right back. We're nearing home at the very moment here. Okay, back safe and sound. Ice should be coming off the ship. I've been looking to see, let's see here. I did move our cargo ship from down on the platform there up to this feeder right here so it can get, refilled and all that good stuff. Or not refilled, just fueled in general. Here's our first spaceship that actually touched space. Let's grab up, let's go to cargo. Guess I'll take those, and I'll take those. Let's take all of this stuff here. And I'm going to go to the large cargo container on the base cargo. It's showing me all of them right here. So let's go ahead and drop that stuff in there. And then I'm going to grab an extra 100 of those and 100 of the 100 of those. There we go. I grabbed 10. We'll grab those guys right there. And then I just have a few blocks I need to weld up here real quick, and then we can we'll give this thing a whirl. Got that one there. There was a couple on the front here, right? Yeah, there we go, right here. You guys decided to be green, huh? Must have been the old color scheme I had going on there. Number 4, hit the letter P. We can come up here and click on this right here and go boop, and a boop, and a boop. There we go, perfect. I like the white. I like the white a lot. Keep hitting tab. So I think I took care of everything, and then also it was highly recommended that once we get into space, and I consider this, that we put the large hydrogen thrusters on their own separate group, so once we do get into space, we can shut them down and they won't be using any more hydrogen. We'll just utilize the small hydrogen thrusters to get around when we're in space. And of course the atmospheric thrusters, since we're not going to be in the atmosphere, they don't do anything for us, so we'll just have those shut off. But I think I've got it ready to go. I do. The only thing I have to do now is put in the pieces parts for the individual things that we want to make sure we can build up there right away before we try to come back down to the planet and land and grab more resource to take back up there again on our little cargo ship here. So I'll be right back, but I think I've brought you up to speed on everything. We'll take a look at the control panel once we get inside and get ready to take off. I think it's ready to go. I didn't add a whole lot of blocks to it at the moment. I'm still a little apprehensive about that because I'm worried about the weight of the ship. One of you left in the comments last time just how much thrust you need based on the size of your ship and stuff, and I thought that was really helpful information. So again, anybody who's got questions and you hear me ask questions during the episode, do check out the comments because we've got some veteran space engineer players out there that are helping me out, and they leave really amazing comments, so easy to follow along with. And again, for me, when you leave a comment like that and it's helpful, a step-by-step process would be great because not only am I looking at it, but then other people that come to the channel and I suggest they go take a look at it. It's very helpful, and I really appreciate everybody's help. Let's go ahead and, before we take off, let's go see. Is there any way I can look at these hydrogen thrusters? I need to see if they're open, if they're full. Being attached to the base is confusing to me. I do have everything set on CS, just about. There's the industrial cockpit, the cargo containers. Here's the ice. Let's see. What is this doing right now? It's filling up. There we go. Okay, it's filled 40%. That's it. Okay, so I've got several trips left to do. We're only at 41%. So yeah, I'm going to have to make another 4 or 5 trips out just to get these hydrogen tanks filled up. Looks like it just finished up using up the ice that I did have. Okay, so there's our tanks. Now I understand that. Look at the tanks, not the thrusters. Small hydrogen tank, 40.8%, and a small hydro tank, 40.8%. So again, they're not full, even close to being full yet, only halfway. So I've got quite a bit of work to do with our surface miner here. Planet miner over here. I need to go get a bunch more ice and bring it in and just keep stockpiling this sucker so it's ready to go into space. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Looks like the sun's getting ready to go down yet another day. Kind of short days being behind this hill, but that's okay. I'll be back. I'm going to go get some more ice and some more ice and some more ice, and then I'll bring it back. And once we have the ship filled up, we'll work on getting those pieces parts put in, and then we will jettison off to our asteroid base. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. I'll be right back. Oops. Accidentally turned off my thrusters. Not a good idea. Something went boom. Looks like we're going to make it back home okay, but yeah, I don't know why I clicked what I clicked. So we had a small explosion. It looks like we may have lost a thruster. I noticed that we're peaking a little bit in our power there every now and again. Not as of recently, but yeah. So that was a big mistake, but that's, you know, how things happen, right? Human error. So I'm not quite sure what we lost. Probably one of our upward thrusters there. Probably. We're not too far from home, and hopefully I can limp my way back there. But yeah, there was definitely a big explosion. Yeah, we definitely lost a battery. You can see it's missing there. And we're down one battery. That's what happened. Well, we've managed to limp back to base. Notice when the dampeners come on, that's when we're exceeding our power limit there. We're stretching it for sure. Let's get docked up here, and we'll make the repairs necessary to our planetary miner here, and then we'll work on getting more ice. Okay, all fixed up. Batteries are back on the correct block group now. So that's fixed up. I'm going to see if, as far as I know, the ice is going out really quick. I'm going to have to be careful, though, so I don't run myself down on the hydrogen. I'll keep myself going here, and I want to keep, of course, charging the ship over there, too. But this is going to run out after a while because it's just going to not have any more of this in here. So I just make sure I have this, and I've got a couple of extra hydrogen bottles here in case I need it, and you know, unless there's some kind of a problem going on, it should be just fine. I'm going to go back to cargo, and let's get these guys put back in there. Throw that in there and throw that in there. Okay, I think we're set. I'm going to go ahead and just keep checking on our little cargo ship here, make sure it's refueling, and we'll make sure it's full, and then we'll give it a shot. Like I said, we'll get the resources we need to do some building in space today, hopefully, and we'll see what happens. We're almost there. 73%, 73, 73, 72.4, almost 73. These are about the same as well. Creeping up, so it looks like maybe one or two more trips, and I should have the ship ready to go. I'll probably do 3 more trips and make sure the iron mining base here has what it needs as well. And then I would like to have a little extra ice on the ship, so once we get up there, we've got just a little bit of backup just in case, since I'm new to all of this space travel thing. But we're getting there. We are definitely starting to get there. And that's a good sign right there for me. I'm happy about that. I have made one foot trip out to an ice mine to just kind of fill up my inventory to get ice. And you can see, yeah, it's still trickling down here. I'm going to throw that in there. I don't need 3 bottles of that on me at the moment. And it's still trickling down, so until I start seeing that fill up and stay full, I'm going to keep getting ice and flying over to get ice. Right now we're recharging, and it looks to me like, yeah, it doesn't take very long. It just takes a few minutes for this whole ship to recharge for the small flight we have to take back and forth. And then I'll be back, and we're proceeding forward. It's been about an hour since I got on, so I've been at this for about an hour. Okay, everything is full in terms of the ice, with an extra 11,000 ice put on board the cargo ship to take with us. It's a lot of weight. We'll see what's going to happen here. I'm going through right now what I need when I first get up there. I've got my blocks, of course. A couple of the solar panels. I've grabbed enough stuff for 2 solar panels. Number 6 is our basic refinery, so we can start drilling up there into the asteroid and start getting resources put into this basic refinery to, of course, upgrade to the normal refinery, the big one. We've got the basic assembler. We got this guy here too, so I've got everything I need for that, I believe. I should check on the displays though. And I bet I need a bunch more steel plate. I think I need to bring some more steel plate. I do have the fixins for a battery, enough for 1 battery up there. And then number 9 is our piston. That's there. Large steel tubes, I needed 4 of those, so I've got those on board. The other thing, let's go control 2 so we have a fresh board. The other thing I think I need is that it took it off my hotbar because I was adding it to the first one and overlapped it, was the drill. Large steel tube, I need 12 more large steel tubes and a bunch of steel plates for that. So let me grab a little bit more of that stuff as well. We're going to go with cargo. This is what I've got in our... the CS stands for cargo ship. The cargo 1, this is it loaded up, almost completely full. We get 11,000 ice in the background here. And then I've got this stuff going into cargo number 2. I don't know if this is going to be a lot or not, but we'll see what's going to happen. Large steel tubes, I had 37. It might be enough, but I think what I'd like to do is actually let's get another 30 of those. I want to grab another 200 of those. All of those. And that might be enough to get us by. That's 750 steel plates, 393 interior plates. I think also I'd like to bump that up to about 500 of those as well, which I know it's a lot of weight. I'm thinking maybe I'm, doing the wrong thing here, but we'll see. No, in inventory. I think if we just type in ST, showing where those steel plates are. There we go. 1, 2. Let's take those and we'll put those over here. There we go. We can put that many in there, and then the rest of them go in here. And I think I grabbed some metal grids too, just because you just never know. Okay, let's see. I've got my solar cells. I needed 64 to make 2 solar panels, so we've got a little extra of that. I've got some girders on me. We need, I think, just a handful of each to get on board with that. Bulletproof glass is for the solar panels. We've got power cells for batteries. Some construction components. That seems a little low. Well, we've got 500 plus. Computers right there. Displays. I don't know if I need that many displays. What I'll do is I will take 30 up with me and take some of that weight off of there. Motors. Probably don't need that many motors either. I have no idea what I need and what I don't need. Well, what I should say is I'm not sure how much weight this ship is going to carry. We'll have to see what happens here. I think... Did I get everything I needed now? I'm going to check that drill one more time. Well, this now gives me over 1,000 steel plates. Again, though, let's go through our part right here. This guy right here is 20. Number 5, yeah. 20 steel plates, and that's 32. Number 5, 32. That doesn't take many at all. There's 120. 60 and 20. Steel plates 20 and 60. Okay, I think we're good now. I think we're good. I think I may have misread something there at the very beginning when I was getting the steel plates put together. But we've got a bunch of them put together. So as far as I know, I've got everything I need. I've got the ice put together. Extra ice with us. Let's make sure everything that I have on me is full. Let's take a couple of oxygen bottles with us as well. Let's take 3 of those. All these are full. We're good to go there. I want to put the push on that just to push on it, just to be sure. Eventually I'm going to put a staircase that goes up here and then links up to something that allows us to get closer to this guy right here. Oh boy. Okay. I'm nervous as can be. As you guys know, this is my first time really getting this far in Space Engineers. The last stream from last Friday night, we managed to get to space thanks to your help. And now today I'm hoping I can get there again with more of your help as we built a bit of a cargo ship. Nothing fancy, I know. We should add more blocks to it and make it look a little more interesting. And the ships from now on, once we get ourselves established up on our asteroid, we'll be doing that for sure. Let's go ahead and let's go to our GPS. What don't we want showing? We want the asteroid base. We don't need that. We don't need that. That's cobalt. Ice asteroid. Okay, let's keep those on. We'll turn this one off. Ice mountains off. We'll keep the iron mine build site going. And I think the rest of these guys are all off. I think that's why they're white, maybe? I don't know for sure. But that's... I guess everything that's in space is in blue, and everything down here is in white. Okay, I think that takes care of that. Alright, I am going to take a moment to get myself refreshed, and then we're going to jump in there, and we're going to launch ourselves to space, hopefully. We'll be right back. Here we go. Oh. It's not getting off the connector. That tells me I don't have enough power to even get off the connector. So, back to number 3, off. Number 1, back to recharge. Okay, so I can't even get off the connector with the force that I have right now for pushing upwards with our atmospheric thrusters. That tells me I'm extremely heavy. I'm just going to guess, but I'm going to say maybe 2 more atmospheric thrusters, the small ones. Maybe 2 more of those would be enough to get us going. We only need them until we hit, what, the 3,000, 4,000 meter mark, and then after that we switch over to the hydrogen. I'm wondering now if I've got enough hydrogen thrust as well with the amount of weight we're carrying right now. Large atmospheric thruster. Let's grab that guy right there and make it the small one. And we're going to put a couple of these up here. I need to get some steel plates, though. Will that be enough to get us up off this, to get us to where we need to be? I don't know. I don't know. Well, under fog and rain, we're going to go for it again. Here we go. Taking a little bit of that stuff out of there kind of helped, it looks like. Let's get closer in. Once we reach, what, 4,000, I'm going to go ahead and kick on everything else. We'll kick on our hydro tanks and our hydrogen engines, and hopefully we continue to go up. We're not going up super fast, but with the atmospheric thrusters, we're only supposed to get us out of here. So let's go turn on our hydro tank, our engines. Well, they say turn your dampeners off. And then just keep tapping it. So we don't reach that, we're losing speed. Yeah, we're not going to have enough to get out of here. Let's put number 3 back on. Back up again. Uh-oh, we're coming down though. We're losing altitude. Too heavy, people. I'm too heavy. Still dropping, but then again my atmospheric thrusters have not kicked in yet to help out with slowing us down. I'm going to have to add probably a couple more large hydrogen thrusters to it is what I'm thinking. I'll put them on the back side of the tanks. We're coming down pretty fast here too. I don't like that at all. Oh boy, this is not good. This is going to be ugly. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Come on, thrusters, kick in. Uh-oh. Ooh. Let's stop. Repairs will be necessary. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, so let's get ourselves righted here as best we can. Let's limp ourselves back to base. See what kind of damage we have here, and then we'll give it another try here. I don't know about today, but, you know, there we go. We gave it a shot. I'm way overweight. I'm going to have to reduce what it is I want to take with me. One solar panel will probably be enough. We took some damage. Let's go. Let's get back here. First things first. Let's actually get back to where we need to be. And docked a little bit here. Okay, let's lock that. Turn everything off. Oh, now, oh, my large thruster's right. Looks like I lost both of my large thrusters. Okay, both of those are gone. Where did we actually crash at? I have no idea where we crashed. There's probably pieces and parts laying on the ground down there from where we crashed. I gotta think there's probably a bit of a divot here. Here's some parts. Both of the big ones and the little ones came off. Okay, alright, there we are. Alright, so if I want to go up there, and you know what I should look at really quick too, is just how much hydrogen did that use, just trying to get up that far. We didn't even barely make it out. Not even close, but let's go back to our inventory. Hydrogen tanks. I need to go in here. No, I need to be in the control panel. Hydrogen tank 13, full, and full. Okay, so those they refilled off the hydrogen we had in there. How's the battery look? The battery's looking. We've got fully recharged in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 hours. 2 hours. Okay, so the small batteries aren't even fully charged yet, and we're not to begin with. Still, I had enough power to get up. So, hydrogen thrusters, I need, I think I'm going to need at least 4 of them. 1 on each of those tanks, and then that should give us the juice we need to get up in there, I'm hoping. That's what I'm going to try next. I'm going to add 4 large hydrogen thrusters on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and see if that's enough to get us off the planet. I hope so. I hope so. We will give it another whirl here, folks, in just a second. I should be able to do that, hopefully, relatively quickly. I need to go back in and regroup everything, all my small thrusters. I need to add 2 small thrusters on here as well. So there's that is also. So again, if I go number 7, take the small ones, and I want 2. Oh, where am I going to put these guys? Well, we could do a little conveyor system right here to hopefully do that. My tanks are showing green. They shouldn't be showing green right there. Okay, there we go. Now they are... oh, I wonder if I did that wrong. I wonder if... No, never mind. Second guessing myself. Got to make sure I turn these things on in the correct order so that everything works properly when I'm launching. Again, new to this stuff, so I'm working it out. I need some conveyors. Conveyor port. I want this guy right here, and we're going to take number 8, and we're going to put you right here. I think I turned T off. That would help with this. And we're going to put you... right there. Number 7, small thrusters. We're lucky the whole ship didn't go up. A bunch of hydrogen thrusters blow up is not a good idea. Stockpile off, stockpile off, stockpile off, stockpile off, off and off. Okay, so those are operating and functioning properly, apparently. Shows my atmospheric thrusters are on or off at the moment. Let's take a look at these guys too and make sure these guys are all working and on when we turn them on. I see that there. Those guys are working. You're moving. You're moving. Got those guys there. Our big ones are going. It looks to me like we're good to go there too. All right, I'm going to let the batteries recharge before we take off again. I'm also going to check the undercarriage of the ship and make sure that it is... the batteries are on recharge. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the damage done under the ship is repaired, so we don't have, you know, it's fixed, basically. Okay. We are going to turn our batteries on. We're going to turn our hydrogen atmospheric thrusters on. We are going to unlock from the base and start lifting off. So far, so good. We didn't have much problem with this last time. Starting to have some trouble, it looks like, a little bit here. Is it 4,000? I'm going to turn my hydrogen tanks off of stockpile. Turn them on now. Up we go. We'll leave my atmospheric thrusters on at the moment. Leave everything on. Still climbing. I've got my dampeners on right now. It doesn't look like the ship's trying to slow me. It doesn't look like they're trying to slow me down, but if I turn them off, we're still climbing. This way we've got nothing pushing back on us. I realize I'm wasting hydrogen. You guys talked about the overrides, and I see that when I put the hydrogen groups together. The override, there's an up and a down. Am I looking for both of those to be on my hotbar so I can make adjustments as I go, or is there anything particular I need to know about those? Again, be really specific in the comments so that other folks that hear me ask this question can say, oh, he's asking that, and they can check the comments to make sure that that's done. And then I try to address the comments from my questions in the next episode. So help me out there with that one. Oh my God, we're at 14,000 meters, still climbing. 87 on our hydrogen tanks. We're still doing just fine. I could probably turn my atmospheric thrusters off right now, but to be honest, we've got 13 hours on our batteries. We're just fine. I'm going to leave them on. I don't think they're helping us at all, but I'm leaving them on because I'm scared. 0.23 G gravity. Come on, baby. We're still going up. We're at 23,000 meters. 28,000 meters. We're down to 0.14 gravity. Still climbing. Hydrogen's holding up just fine. We just dropped down to 80. We've got plenty of battery life left. And we are now nearing 30,000 meters. Until the planetary gravity reaches 0, we are not out of its pull. There's an asteroid right in front of us there. You know what I don't have on this ship is any lights. That's the thing you guys were telling me about in a couple episodes back, is that having some lights in the body of the ship when you pull up next to the asteroids does help you to see much better. 0.10 gravity. God, I hope there's no asteroids above me. 0.09. 35,000 meters. Okay, we're nearing 40,000 meters. We are now almost out of the planet's gravitational pull, but not quite. We passed a meteor, an asteroid, in front of us, and it made me a little nervous that I'm jutting straight up into space like that without looking ahead of myself to see if maybe there's something that I need to watch out for. You know, like any other asteroids, big ones. So I'm kind of turning around just to get myself a look. We're enough of the atmosphere so that the gravity's not having too much effect on us, but at the same time, I want to be careful not to run into anything up here. It'd be awful to crash into an asteroid. I'm going to keep climbing. We're headed for the asteroid base at the moment, and I'll keep climbing. And we'll get ourselves out of this atmosphere. This asteroid area, this asteroid base that I've got marked for us, maybe that's not such a good one. We'll see. We'll see how far it is outside of the gravitational pull. Make sure there's nothing we're going to run into while we're zipping on up here. Yeah, gotta be really careful. Don't want to crash into an asteroid. We're almost out of the gravity. We're out. Let's turn our dampeners back on so we can slow down. We are out of the gravitational pull and we are back in space. Hoping to slow down very soon. We're dropping in speed, slowly but surely. I'm looking around to make sure we're not going to smash into any big rocks in space here. And we are slowing down. All right, very good, very good. We're back in space, everybody. We're back in space. Again, I aimed to the side of the asteroid we're heading to, not directly at the asteroid we're headed to. Oh, there's a drone right there, just below me. I can actually see it. They're not very far away. Hopefully they don't start shooting at me or anything like that. I really don't want that right now. I don't want it. I have no defense whatsoever, as you guys know. We're passing over the top of that drone. I'm going to go ahead and speed up a little bit. Get up to 100. So I can get past these guys even faster. And now we're coasting. We're not using any power whatsoever. except for my batteries are on auto. My atmospheric thrusters are still on. I could turn those guys off. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, looks like we're leaving those mini drones behind. There's our beautiful asteroid. Look at that thing. I think it's outside of the gravity enough. What do you guys think? Give me your opinion on that one. Is our asteroid far enough out of the gravitational pull that I'm not going to accidentally, bump into it and wind up getting sucked back into the planet again? Let me know about that one. While I'm thinking about it, I want to let you guys know that we will be streaming Space Engineers Friday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Arizona time. Hope you guys can make it. If you can't, I understand. We will post, of course, the results of our endeavor. As soon as we're done with the stream, I'll post it on YouTube so it's visible for everybody over the weekend if you want to watch it. I appreciate all the support I've had on the Space Engineers series. As I've mentioned numerous times, it's been really a good time. I think it's been good for the community, too, that we have here. Let's go ahead and turn on our engines. Number 4. And we'll turn our dampeners back on as well. Pretty soon. Pretty soon. Let's put those dampeners back on. Let's see how fast we slow down. We've got 2 small hydro thrusters pushing back on us. Not super fast, but we're slowing down. This will work for me right now. Again, this is just a cargo ship, right? All we're doing is taking stuff, bringing it up here. Oh, man, look at that beautiful asteroid right there. That is a good one. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to wait till I completely slow down before I go aiming towards that asteroid. Now, we're going to have to be on this side at the moment because we've got the sun over here. Is this a hole in the asteroid right here? Could we get started kind of right here in this hole? Build a little something that goes right in there? Ooh, slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm going to have to give this some thought as to how I want to start with this right here. There's a nice big groove. You guys can kind of see it right here. We stopped? Okay, let's go ahead and let's turn our engines off. As far as I know, as long as I don't run into the ship, it should sit right here and be just fine. I'm going to put the batteries on recharge so they aren't doing anything right now. Although I'm probably going to need those, aren't I, in order to access the survival kit. So maybe I turn the batteries back on. I'm going to need to think about what it is I'm going to do with this asteroid. Because there's a nice big area right here that we could have some fun building with in here, too. I mean, we could do all kinds of cool stuff right down this valley and dig right into the side of the mountain. There is an iron deposit on this rock, this space rock. So there's somewhere on here there is an iron deposit. Looks like we've got some other kind of a deposit right there possibly as well. Let's go ahead and hit... I'm going to fly this in a little bit closer so we're not floating out here in space too far. Oh, I'm so excited. We made it to the asteroid. I am really excited about this. These are the things I stay up late at night so I can fool around with and play with them. Okay, we are here. 4 off. Let's put our helmet on with J. Let's hit F. I am currently in space, everybody. Space. Oh my gosh. How free feeling this is. It's amazing. Oh, have you guys gotten tired of this? I just think it's amazing. Where was that iron deposit we saw in here last time we came up and took a look? We know where the ice deposits are. We've got those marked. I'm going to fly around this asteroid a little bit with you guys and take a look and see if we've got any other resources that are going to be handy for us. So far, we've not found too many on here, just that iron piece that was here. I also have to decide, okay, which part of this is where I actually want to build my asteroid base. Where am I going to have the most playroom is what I'm thinking. I could take one of these sides too and call it the top. Let's see, if I go number 4, you guys say if I hit B when I'm doing this, B, gravity align placement mode is activated. So that is our area right there. That's what we've got. Okay, so that's cool. Got that worked out. We don't have any ore up here, but all I really need to do is just start drilling into it, and we will have ores. I know we found iron on this at some point. I'll look back at the last episode to see what it is and where it is. But we're here. We've made it back up to the asteroid, so all we need to do now is figure out, okay, what are we going to do to build? I could probably put just a little some kind of a mining operation up maybe right here and just start drilling in here and getting the stone we need in order to, of course, survive. Okay, that's going to have to wrap up today's episode. Next episode, I'll probably have a couple things set up on this asteroid, and we will move forward from there. I do appreciate, again, everybody's help in getting me to space. I really do appreciate it. Here we are. I've got the materials I need now to kind of put together a little something here to do some building. And we'll take care of that in the next episode. At least it'll be a start a little bit, and we'll see how things are coming along. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, hit that like button for me, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03. Have an awesome, a fantastic, and a superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time. Gotta remember to take my helmet off when I'm in the ship.